does not apply to all snakes. It does apply to the family Colubridae. Let me put this up here. This is a snake family, Colubridae. We call them the colubrid snakes. These are your common snakes. All of the snakes that we caught the other day out in the field, those are all colubrid snakes. They're the common snakes. And these scale terminologies apply to the colubrid snakes. The family Colubridae accounts for 80% of all snake species. We have a couple of specimens of snakes that are not in the family Colubridae here. Actually, we have three, because I've got the ball python that's dried up around here somewhere. I don't know if somebody has that. It might still be back there. I have a boa constrictor, and we have a timber rattlesnake. So I invite you to get the timber rattler out. It's kind of hard to get in and out. You kind of got to be, work with it a little bit. He has not been defanged. Right? Now, it doesn't mean that you can kill yourself if you get hit, right? Because being a preservative kind of denatures the venoms anyways. But you can stick yourself. I would rather you didn't do that. But yeah, this is a timber rattlesnake. So, for example, the timber rattlesnakes in the family Viperidae, they're pit vipers. The boa constrictor family Boidae, and ball python, family Pythonidae. Of course, they keep changing those taxonomic breakouts all the time, but they're not colubrids. You cannot apply these head scales to these snakes. I invite you to take a look at these snakes, compare your diagrams you're learning, and look at those head scales. You see they're completely different. They just don't, the terminology doesn't apply. The one thing about the timber rattlesnake, though, is because these are the family Viperidae, these are pit vipers. They have an extra hole in their head, so to speak, and that's their heat-sensing pits. We call those heat-sensing pits the L'Oreal pits. Any idea why?
Just the L'Oreal scale.
Or the L'Oreal scale, yeah. So, the head scalation of the colubrids doesn't directly apply to the Viperas, but that L'Oreal scale is still there prominently, and that's where that pit is. So, I invite you to get it out. I would say this. This boa used to be in a jar, just like this. We came in one spring and found that the seal had broken at some point, and all the alcohol evaporated, so it dried out. But either, I don't know why, but be that as it may, either you take this out of the jar, you take this out of the bag, these smell bad. I'm just warning you, all right? It's not like, break your run for the eggs is bad, but they've got an odor to them, right? What I would like you to do, though, is either on the boid or the python over there, is take a look at the labial scales, and you'll notice with the pit vipers, you have the L'Oreal pit for heat sensing. With the pythons and boids, you have heat sensing apparatus also, but they don't have a paired set of pits pointing forward like the pit vipers. They have a pit array that is more broadly sensing, and that's on the labial scales. So you'll notice that the labial scales have indentations, and those are heat sensing pits along the jaws. So take a look at those.